hello, good afternoon, Americans and Patriots. Lots to talk about. Well, it didn't take Zelensky long. We know he's going to come back sooner or later, most likely a lot sooner than later, because let's face it, there is no manpower left in Ukraine. Trump's not going to give him our troops. And today, he's stopping foreign military aid to the Ukraine. And the Democrats will open arms, how can you do this? But they had no problem when Joe Biden stopped military aid for Israel, even though they're actually an ally. And Netanyahu is a elected official, whereas, well, we know Zelensky was put in there to a rigged election, and he has suspended elections. Honda announces, because of the tariffs, they're not going to make the Honda Civic Hybrid in Mexico, but they're going to start making it here in the United States in Indiana, starting for the year 2028 model, which means they're going to be building them here probably in 2027. 2 years. Winning. And for all the Atlanta, yeah, I knew Trump didn't have the guts to put tariffs on Canada and Mexico. Well, he's doing it this week. For all you people say, wow, the stock market's hurting. Well, I told you before my videos, this was going to happen. I've been telling you for months and years at a time. They're going to crash the market and the economy because they want to blame it on Trump. But Trump is using their own system against them to crash on a purpose, to start with a gold-backed system. Per the Constitution. If Richard Nixon should have been impeached for something, it wasn't for Watergate, it should have been taking us up the gold standard. And all those congressmen and senators that let him do it, they should have been impeached with them. It was the last stage of trying to crash second to last stage of crashing the economy. You go back
2 miles, take exit 41 for County Road 9, Beekman Road toward Hochul Junction, Sylvan Lake.
You go back to think what they call the 1874 Organic Act, where it pretty much made us collateral of the United States Incorporated, along with the City of London, the City of Washington, D.C., and the Vatican. About 30 years later, came the Federal Reserve, which Woodrow Wilson didn't regret it after he did it. And I say about 15 to 20 years later, so correct me if I'm wrong, then came the IRS. The Federal Reserve's watchdogs and attack dogs. And then came taking up the gold standard in the 1970s. But don't worry, the market's going to come back. It will come back, it always does. But it's going to be a different economy. It's going to be based on gold. And I think he's going to make a crypto economy with Bitcoin and Ethereum and probably XRP.
In a half mile, take exit 41 for County Road 9, Beekman Road toward Hopewell Junction, Sylvan Lake.
Tonight is we'll just call it the State of the Union. They're going to call it the joint session of Congress. It's pretty much the same thing. He's going to lay out his plan. He's going to call a whole bunch of people out. And he's going to reaffirm his agenda, which he campaigned on. That's what you should expect tonight. Meanwhile,
continue straight
in my home state of New York, Kathy Hochul now says she's going to challenge Trump on the whole congestion pricing thing. Good luck, honey. Anyone who seems to challenge Trump and tries to bully Trump, well, it's kind of like
straight onto Old Sylvan Lake Road.
The Clinton body count. Only Donald Trump's victims are bullies, or wannabe bullies, usually
Continue
pays the
on Old
price.
Sylvan Lake Road for 1 mile.
Shut that off. Kathy Hochul, just throw in the towel now. You're not going to win. Even your neighbor next door, Democrat Governor Murphy, thanked Trump for stopping it because it was hurting his people. Just goes to show you there is no loyalty amongst a bunch of crooks and thieves. Meanwhile, we're down to about 31 jails now in New York State who are doing the correctional officer strike. Of course, they're threatening to fire everyone, but if you fire everyone, well, you're not going to open the jails anyway. You can't open the jails anyway. The National Guard can't do the job because the National Guard gets called upon to do their regular duties when something happens. Well, then what? Kathy Hochul, just get rid of the Holt Act. The box in solitary confinement is not what the ACLU tries to depict in the video, where it's dark, it's dungeon-like. No, it's not. And even in prison, you need law and order. There are haves and have-nots. There's the weak and the strong. And for your image right activists out there, do you love seeing 169% rise on inmate assaults? Because if that doesn't bother you, well, then you were never for inmates' rights anyway. Comments down below. What's your opinion? Like to know. Keep the country in prayer. Keep New York State in prayer. It's going to get bumpy, folks. But the golden age is here in more ways than one. And we'll talk to you later.